Happy Tuesday, traders. It's JC with Empire Algorithmic Trading. It is time for VWAP Vision's Daily Stock Talk, where we like to use the volume-weighted average price to make sense of the market. So let's get right to it. Time for a little stock talk. Well, happy Tuesday, everybody. It was the polar opposite of yesterday. Not at all what we wanted to see, but we'll just have to see how this thing plays out. The President of the United States saying that Iran needs to totally surrender could have kind of put the damper on the mood today. So we closed down 0.8% on the S&P 500, closing below the 10-day moving average. The Nasdaq Composite pretty much closed right at the 10-day moving average, down 0.9%. The small caps closed pretty much right at their 20-day moving average and their all-time high VWAP. So hopefully that support holds, down 1% today on the small caps. And then, of course, the mid caps down almost 0.9%. Closing looked like a little bit below its 10-day moving average and its 20-day moving average, as well as its anchored VWAP. So not a good look there for the mid caps, but what we're going to be interested in is what happens tomorrow, particularly with the Fed. As usually the case, when the market sells off, you get a little bit of money moving into bonds, and that's exactly what you saw today, a little bit of the flight to quality. Again, we just want to see bonds just settle down, if not break out from here. That'll relieve a little bit of pressure from the bond market. And then, as you would expect, the VIX did shoot up quite a bit today, up about 13%. Pretty interesting move on the VIX there. The VIX has been pretty elevated pretty much this entire move, which is okay. But it is the volatility. We would like to see that come down a little bit. All right, moving forward, we're going to take a look at some of our leading stocks that have been found by our algorithm. Now, keep in mind, our algorithm just pays attention to the volume-weighted average price, and it lets us know exactly when a stock is about ready to make a move up and about ready to make a move down. And so if you're interested in those signals, you can subscribe to us at patreon.com/Empire Algorithmic Trading. And in the meantime, let's just take a look at what some of those signals did. So we're going to start off with Nutex. Now, Nutex, you look at it, was down 13.6%. The reason we want to bring this up is a couple of reasons. One, it shows you got to pay attention to the sell signals. It flashed a really strong breakout. It was up, it traded up over 15%. When you're looking back at this, that's a pretty nice little follow through. And then it kind of stumbled. We've got an algorithm sell signal right here at a little over 160. It started forming some support at the 10-day moving average. So you can understand if anyone didn't really want to sell out of there. It's really a tough spot when you're finding support at the 10-day moving average. But if anything, this day should have really gotten you out of the whole trade right there. And then, as we always say, if you don't cut your small losses, you're going to take a larger loss. And that's exactly why we're bringing this up, because it dropped down 13% today, down massive, down on big volume, excuse me. Found resistance at the 10 and the 20-day moving average. So, again, you want to keep your losses small so you avoid those bigger losses. Qubit, nice, solid 27% gain, gave back about 6% today. Just holding firm there. Hopefully, if you bought in on this one, you took a little potential profits, and you can allow yourself to ride some of that volatility out. SMR down 7.6% today. This is a pretty clear reversal pattern right here. Opened up really strong and then just sold off, closed right off near this lows. Looks like a test of at least the 10-day moving averages in order, possibly even the 20-day moving average. It's hold that 10-day moving average quite well, so we're going to see if that holds up first. But pretty negative look there for SMR. On the flip side, it wasn't all bad. Comstock Resources, way back during the red zone, broke out, kind of shook you out a little bit back here in April, but then it broke out again in early May. It rallied up a solid 9%, bucking the day's trend. Very strong move for Comstock Resources. And then lastly, this is kind of how most of the days went. The best stocks after Comstock were all up a little less than 2%. ARM Holdings is a pretty good example of that. It was up over 5% at one point during the day, closed up 1.9%. Coming to life a little bit after its breakout a couple weeks ago. I do have a position in. I bought in at 140. I did sell some shares today at 147.64. Again, I always put orders in, good to cancel orders in 5 and 7%. So on these intraday moves, while I'm working, while I'm busy, I can get those sells done. So pretty nice little exciting move from ARM. But this is kind of the look of most of them. They all had pretty nice early pops in the morning, but sold off throughout the day. But in the meantime, we're just going to keep holding on until the Federal Reserve announces tomorrow. Hopefully they give us some good guidance on not only the economy, but also where we're going to be at for inflation. and what the effects of tariffs are. So until then, everybody, happy trading. Thank you.